It's a story as old as the Christian church. It's a story about a demanding, disrespecting son, Jabez, a crazy father, Joshua, and a sentimental brother, Levi. It's a story of broken hearts, shattered dreams, and jealousy gone wild. Let's join this dysfunctional family as the fabric of their relationships begins to unravel quickly. Jabez, the youngest son, approaches his father sheepishly because he is about to request something he knows his father doesn't approve of. But he is the youngest, the image of his mother. Surely his father would relent and give him what he asks for. Now his father, Joshua, is a weathered man. His skin bronzed by the sun, his eyes narrowed and piercing for the same reason. His hands are as leathered as any gloves his workers would wear because of the years he spent laboring in the fields to provide for his family. And provide he did. He had placed them in good financial position, prominent in the village, but understated because he wouldn't let his family exhibit any air of prestige, even though Jabez could not figure out why. His father had tried to instill in them an understanding that with the status of wealth comes responsibility, not just within the family, but in the community as well.
Father, I have a very important request to make with you. It's going to affect me for the rest of my life, and it'll also affect my standing in the community with my friends.
Your friends? If they were truly your friends, Jabez, would you stand with them pivot on one request of your humble father? Must you bear the weight of carrying this friendship on your family's money?
Why is it that you think that every time I come to ask for something from you, it has to be about money?
Well, I humbly apologize. How may I help you? I'm relieved that I may in some way help you and your friends without feeling they are preying on the family's generosity in the community. Do you need a bill to entertain? Or maybe a use for the swimming pool? I got a feast from one of the best goats in the herd. Oh, yes, that'd be nice.
Well, all that would be nice, but can you buy me an 85-inch flat screen TV and Xbox for this slow
So, you really wonder why I immediately assume that you're going to ask for money. Do you think these Xboxes and TVs grow on trees? Don't answer that. Don't finish. I can't remember a time when you come to me with a request concerning your friend that it didn't involve money. Each time, even at the lamenting of your brother, I've given in. This time, yes, on the side of Levi.
Sure, listen to Levi. Levi's the smartest. Levi does this. Levi's more mature. Well, I'm sorry if I don't want to work like a slave on the farm like Levi. It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, I need to do this. I mean, I'm sorry my friends like me better and they love me. You know what? They respect me for who I am.
I suppose this is the last time. Huh? Last time you refuse that. If I had a sack a week for every time that you read that promise, I could probably pay you for all your requests. And friends, respect, someone who will fulfill their wishes. Don't hang around these guys. I'm not saying that. Not because of Levi or anyone else, but because of your sin.
My sake. Huh. That's just a convenient way of you getting out of doing what I want. You know what? If you give me half my inheritance now, I'll show you what I can do. I'll be out of here, very old man. Farming? No way, Jose. I'm not busting my butt around this place. You give me my money, I'll go to the city, I'll start a company, I'll make so much money, it'll make your head spin. And then I'll be out of you and Levi's hair forever.
Son, it wouldn't be fair. Give you your inheritance. Levi still's going to have to work the farm and what's left. Besides, according to the law, the youngest son doesn't get half. And inheritances are given after the father's death.
Fair? You talk about fair? Screw the law. I don't care about the law. Levi can cheat me out of something again because Levi's so good. That's fine with me. Just give me whatever. And if you really want to help me, old man, do you really want to help me? Then go ahead and die so you'll be done with the pain that I caused you.
Jabez, I am dead to you. The youngest son is just killed. I'll give you what you request. You'll have your share in the morning. Do with as you wish. Tread cautiously, my son. This snake that you're going into. God speed your life.
Whatever, old man.
Joshua sits at his desk, deciding what to sell to create an honest percentage to give to Jabez as his portion of the inheritance. He has trouble keeping his parchment dry, though, because of his tears. As he struggles through his sadness and tries to focus on his estimates, the door swings wildly open.
What has my little brother requested this time? As if he has done a lick of work around here to deserve anything.
Well, this may be the last request we hear from him.
Well, I certainly hope so. I mean, with the way you've spoiled him since Mother died, it's no wonder.
Don't use your mother's memory in anger or criticize anyone. She never did in her entire life. And you'll not use her memory that way either. You understand? Besides, let's not bring up the memory of one dead individual when we're about to experience another death in this family.
Father, surely you're okay.
Yes, Levi. I'm fine. But your brother, he's about to leave us. The state he's in, I'm fearful of his life.
Father, I know how much you love him. And I know how much he reminds you of Mother, but maybe this is the best thing for him, to get out and see the world and realize how good he had it here.
Thank you for that comforting thought, Levi, but it may take a little while longer for him to realize that. You see, so that he could make a place for himself in the city, I decided to give him his inheritance now.
What? Are you crazy? Who does he think he is? What kind of business is he going to start? How am I going to run the farm with our depleted collateral? That little parasite, I'm going to kill him.
No, you won't. The law forbids it. I forbid it. He's your brother, and you're not to speak ill of him. In fact, pray for him. Now
And as the two bow their heads, Jabez awaits his inheritance just outside the house and dreams of what will be.
Parasite!
Is that my inheritance, Father? Come on, hand it over. Daylight's burning. I've got to go see my fortune. Whoa! I've never seen this much money before. I know you're angry, Dad, but don't worry. I'll make you proud. I'm going to make you. You'll see.
I'm no longer angry with you, Jabez. I'm just sad that you think I'm dead.
Come on, Dad. I didn't mean all that stuff I said earlier. I was just angry.
All I wanted for you is what's best for you. Because I love you.
You'll see, Dad. I'll make it with this money. Levi will see too.
And
I will make my fortune, and I'll make you proud.
And with that, he leaves, off to make a place for himself, as Joshua ascends to the high place, with tears in his eyes, watching him disappear over the horizon.
Father, we gotta get some stuff in the barns. I think let's get started on that. Come on.
The years pass quickly, and in a little over 2 years, Jabez experiences the bottom falling out of his business dreams. Bad business decisions, unbridled partying, and crooked banking partners all leave Jabez on the verge of total collapse. Let's join him at his new place of employment, Priska's Pig and Poke packing plant. He had not received his first paycheck yet, and it had been 3 days since his last meal, and he was about to leave the lunchroom when the owner and his former girlfriend, Priska, meets him at the door.
Well, heading back to the job.
Yes, ma'am.
So are you filled up? I mean, did you get enough to eat?
Well, not as much as I'd like, but, you know, it is what it is.
Well, young fella, we may have ourselves a problem. You see, I've been checking the records. You've been eating right here at the company, and you don't have a meal ticket.
But it's not exactly company food. I mean, it's not from the cafeteria, so I didn't think it'd be a problem.
Where did you get it from? Oh, come on, boy. Where did you get it?
Got it from the trash can at the end of the assembly line.
You what? You got it from the garbage bin? On the assembly line? Do you know what's in there? Oh, that is so gross. The garbage bin? Really, Jabez? With all the grease? And the other toys trash? The burnt scraps? Really, Jabez? I can't believe I used to date you. Oh, God, what was I thinking?
Well, I had to do something now. I mean, I haven't eaten in days. I mean, almost over a week. I don't get paid for a few more days. I mean, once I get paid, I should be able to pay for my lunch.
Well, you know, boy, there's a problem. You see, even though it might have been in the garbage bin, we purchased it, we processed it, we did all we had to do to put it on the shelves, and, you know, we used our labor, our materials, and our utility. You see, it's not free.
pay for my meals that way.
What do you think? You think it's just figured into the price of the pig?
I don't know. I mean,
Do you think our unsuspecting customers want to pay for your empty belly? What do you think they would say if they knew that we were feeding you for free out of what they're purchasing? Oh, I know. Maybe we can just put a jar on the counters in all of our accounts and we can beg for food for you. Is that what you want?
no, when you put it that way, it wouldn't be fair for them to do it. And like I said, can't you just take a little bit out of my paycheck, like maybe pay for it?
Pay? Once you get paid? Well, by the time I start adding things up, I'm just not sure what you're going to get paid.
I mean,
And let me ask you a question. Are the rumors true? Are the rumors true that you've been sleeping here in the locker room at night?
just for a couple of days until I get paid. Until I get paid.
I know. Until I get paid, Miss Krista. Until I get paid. With the rate you're going, you'll be lucky if you get paid. By the time I add up the food, by the time I add up all the lounging and the sleeping around and everything that you've taken from us, you'll be lucky if you ever get a dime. All right, maybe I can stretch it out over a few months. But I'm telling you right now, you've got to quit stealing from this company. You understand, Jabez?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It will never happen. Thank you so much. Thank you. It'll never happen again. I promise. It'll never. All right. Well, that'll take care of that. I mean, it won't be much, but at least I'll have something, which is more than what I've got right now.
All right. It's time for you to get paid. Line up. It's time for me to pay you for what you try to get out of doing every time you come to work. You know, I should deduct from you all you suck from me when you're supposed to be working.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, Mr. Jabez. So you made it.
Oh, yes. I wasn't going to miss this for anything. I was going to get here come hell or high water. Just moving a little slow, having to sleep in the park last night. But what is this?
Oh,
What is this? I can't. You said you were just going to take out a little over the next few months.
boy, you're lucky you got that. I mean, once I started adding up everything you owed me, you're lucky we even used to date. Deal with it, or I'll deal with you.
What's happened? Look at what's come of me. This ain't enough to do anything. I can't even eat today. My father gave me my half of the fortune, and this is all I have left. What have I done? What have I done? I bet right now at my father's house, even his lowliest servant is finishing a full breakfast. I never realized how good they had it, how good I had it. Now I've squandered it all away. What am I going to do? Here I am, helpless, homeless, broke, and hungry. Wait, my father. That's the answer. My father's always looking for new help. I could go back and work for him, not as his spoiled, rotten son, but as a field hand. That's it. But I've got to prepare an apology. I just can't go back. What can I say? What can I say? I know. I can say, forgive me, Father, for I've sinned against you and the Lord. That'll work. My Father will surely take me back.
And as the day draws to a close, Joshua takes his position in the high place, gazing toward the horizon of his property, as if waiting for his long-lost son to return. As he gazes, his older son, Levi, appears from the fields and approaches his father.
performing your evening ritual of love, I see, while your wayward son blows our money.
Joshua looks at Levi for a moment before he returns to his lookout, silent, refusing to respond to anything other than a disappointed shake of his head, while Levi continues.
You know, in town, you know what they're saying? They're saying you're a wacko father. They're saying that according to the law, you could have had Jabez punished. They're saying according to the law that he could have been stoned. But no, not my loving father. No, he forgave his son and gave him whatever he wanted. He spoiled him. You know what I heard? I heard that he bought a video game store without taking into account the growing online games and apps industry. I told you it would be a fiasco, and it is! And now you sit scared and wait for him to return. You know, I just don't know, Father. I just don't know. How am I supposed to make do with what we've got left?
And if he returns, what are you going to do? You're going to punish him?
Maybe.
You're going to beat him up? If he's a stranger to you, Mr. Law, you know what the law says about how we are to treat a stranger? He's still your brother and my son, and I don't care what people say. The law tells us, first and foremost, God and our neighbors. And the Sabbath law reminds us that we are to love the stranger, or at least respect. And Jabez does come home. We want to see that he's that much respect. Very
Then a stranger who remains, but no more. I mean, Father, that's it. That's all I can do. Whatever. I have to go to the field. Shalom, my Father. Crazy old man. I mean, who does he think he is? I mean, every day we go out and we work. And what has Jabez done? I mean, you know what I heard? I heard that he ran with Gentiles and prostitutes. He before he even got a job working with pigs, I heard he had to sleep with the pigs.
Joseph! Come here! Do you see what I see? That figure off in the distance? Could it be? It is. Oh, his clothes were tattered. Oh, he's so gone. But just like his mother, and I recognize that walking. It's Japan.
What is it my Father has seen? Surely he does not expect me to go and greet that lowlife. Oh no, I won't greet him. If he can't be dead to me, then he'll remain a stranger in my heart. No more, but no less. What are y'all staring at? Get back to work.
My son, you have returned. But you're dead. Yet Yahweh has delivered you. Praise the Lord of the universe. He's come home.
Forgive me, Father, for I've sinned against you and the Lord.
Oh, you're forgiven. You're forgiven. Nonsense, you know? I mean, who of us deserve anything except by the grace of the Lord? Was it any plan mine. But I was born into a family with possessions. And your brother, wasn't any plan of his that he should grow to the size of a tree, and muscles, with oxen, and will. Was it any plan of your own that you were born with the same free spirit as your mother? Perhaps if I had had patience your mother had, of nurturing, that spirit wouldn't have grown so free, and it would have been a channel more for family, community, self. But anyway, we must celebrate because you're home. Too bad I told you you are forgiven, and yes, we'll talk about your responsibilities and all this, but that comes later. Yes, he's home. Listen, I'm just disoriented with all the excitement. And that's actually in the script. Go get him a robe and bring it to me, and some sandals to put right, okay, and look on my dresser. Look on my dresser. There's a family ring, and bring it to me so I can put it on his finger.
But Father, that was Mother's household ring. I don't deserve that.
Oh. You're forgiven. Are you forgiven? Joseph, come here. Before you go, while you go get all that other stuff I told you, you can't, right? Tell Eli to get the fatted calf, put him on the grill. We're going to have a party. Reminiscent of the Passover meal. Call my son and return to me.
But Father, what about Levi?
Let me deal with Levi. When I was on the high place, praying, waiting every night, I could see him down praying on the mat, and I would just like to think that some of those prayers were for you.
Father, I appreciate your forgiveness, but forgive me if I'm not so optimistic about Levi.
There we go. My own bathroom. Where are we? Son. Well, let's not worry about all those things right now. You are home and you've got to get ready for the party. Welcome home. The Lord has raised you from the dead. Oh, thanks be to God.
Father, what is all this whooping about? I hope it's not what I heard. I pray it's not what I heard. I've heard your son came slithering back onto this farm.
My son, I thought your brother was dead, and so did you. But now he's going to return to us. How can I stop from celebrating?
Great. After the last 2 years, all I've done is slave for you. And now I've worked so hard to make up the difference from his inheritance.
My son, what I have is yours. We have worked side by side. All you had to do was ask. So please, don't be this way. Let us celebrate together as a family. It's
I mean, as I've slaved, I've not so much even asked for a goat. And I will not be in the same room, or the same house, or the same building. You're lucky I want to be on the same farm with him. I mean, he returns home after being gone and wasting all of our money. And what do? You throw him a party. You kill the fatted calf. I just can't deal with it. I'm out of here. Can you believe this wacko father of mine? His son goes off to the city and squanders all of our money. And yet he returns. And my father welcomes him home as if nothing has happened. He throws grace around like it grows on trees. My brother ran off and broke almost every law. Puritan, dietary, and Lord knows what else. And he comes home. I just can't.
Sir, forgive me for speaking so frankly, but isn't it the law that a son should honor his father?
Joseph, you're overstepping your bounds. I mean, I've run this farm like a slave for 2 years, and I've done everything the elder son should. I've worked the farm. I've gone to the synagogue.
But sir, honor is more than that. It's more than working with or for him. It's more than the synagogue. It's how you honor him. And I humbly have to say, it didn't sound like honor outside that party. More than 3 times it sounded like this.
Whoa, wait, what? Joseph, he's my... Did I really sound that bad? Well, maybe my fuse has been a little short lately, but it's my brother's fault. He runs off and comes back, and did I really sound that bad? And, my father never brings up the laws that I've broken. He always forgives me. He did invite me to the party. What a fool I've been.
Your father doesn't think so. Why should you? Let us go to the party. I don't know about you, but it really sounds like a good one there.
Yes, it does. It does. I think I hear my brother murdering some karaoke songs. I think it's supposed to be Journey, but I'm not real sure. I can do better. And you know what? I think we should invite all the workers to come with us. Friends, come. Join us for a banquet feast in which there is no end. Come on.
The Lord be with you.
And also with you.
Lift up your hearts.
Give thanks to the Lord.
Let us give thanks to the Lord our God.
It is right to give our thanks and praise.
It truly is for us to give our thanks and praise. Because on the night when our Lord was betrayed, He lived out so many of His parables. He lived out the parables of those that spoke of love, that spoke of forgiveness. Parables of radical fathers, unjust sons, wayward sons, of lost coin and lost sheep. Because on that night that He was betrayed, He gathered together with His closest friends. And even though He knew one was going to betray Him, another was going to deny Him, and they all were going to desert Him, He still chose to do His Father's will and to welcome them with open and loving arms. For it was on that night that our Lord Jesus took the bread, blessed it, broke it, gave it to His disciples and said, "Take and eat. This is my body given for you. Do this for the remembrance of me." Again after supper, He took the cup and He blessed it. He said, "Take and drink of this, all of you. This is a cup of a new covenant, shed in my blood for you and for all people, for the forgiveness of sin.
Do this for the remembrance of me.